The observation deck of the Meridian station hummed with the low thrum of ancient machinery, a sound that had persisted for millennia before humanity ever reached the stars. Cadet Aaron Voss pressed his face closer to the transparent aluminum viewport, his breath fogging the surface as he watched the swirling nebula beyond paint the darkness in shades of violet and gold. Magnificent, isn't it? A voice, melodic yet tinged with an accent that no human tongue could properly replicate, spoke from behind him. Aaron turned to find Lyra Tanar standing in the doorway, her iridescent skin catching the ambient light of the station. She was Valeran, one of the oldest spacefaring species in the known galaxy, and currently his assigned mentor during this diplomatic rotation. It never gets old, Aaron admitted, straightening his uniform. 3 months here, and I still can't believe humans are actually part of all this. Lyra's expression, as much as Aaron had learned to read the subtle shifts in her features, seemed almost sad. Your species has only been among the stars for 42 of your years. You are still young. There was something in her tone that made Aaron pause. The Valeran were known for their cautious nature, their deliberate speech, their reluctance to share certain knowledge with newer species. It had been a point of frustration during his training. Is something wrong? He asked. Lyra moved deeper into the observation deck, her elongated fingers trailing along the wall panels as she walked. She stopped before a section of wall that Aaron had never paid much attention to. It looked like all the other panels, marked with the flowing script of the Valeran language. Cadet Voss, she began, her voice dropping to barely above a whisper. I need to show you something. But first you must understand, what I am about to reveal has been kept from your kind deliberately. Not out of malice, but out of protection. Aaron's heart quickened. Every cadet dreamed of being trusted with classified information, of being brought into the inner circles of galactic politics. I understand. Whatever you need to tell me. No, Lyra interrupted, her eyes, 3 of them, arranged in a triangle on her face, fixing on him with unusual intensity. You do not understand, not yet. She pressed her palm against the wall panel, and it slid aside with a pneumatic hiss. Behind it lay a small alcove, and within that alcove sat a single object, a crystalline sphere, no larger than a human fist, pulsing with an inner light that seemed to shift between colors that Aaron didn't have names for. This, Lyra said, her voice trembling slightly, is a harbinger sphere. There are only 7 in existence scattered across the galaxy. This station was built around this one, 12,000 years before your species discovered fire. Aaron stepped closer, drawn by the object's hypnotic beauty. The light within seemed to beckon, to promise answers to questions he hadn't even thought to ask. What does it do? Please, don't touch it, Lyra pleaded, stepping between him and the alcove. That is the one thing you must never do. No one must touch it. No one can touch it. But the warning only fueled Aaron's curiosity, a trait that had defined humanity's rapid expansion into the cosmos. Why? What happens if someone touches it? Lyra's skin darkened, a sign of deep distress. Cadet Voss, your species is known for many things: your resilience, your adaptability, your infuriating refusal to accept limitations. She paused, seeming to wrestle with her next words. But you are also known for your recklessness, for touching things you do not understand. Then help me understand, Aaron said, his eyes never leaving the sphere. What is it really? It is a test, Lyra finally said. Or perhaps a weapon. Or perhaps both. The civilization that created them vanished 3 million years ago, but before they did, they scattered these spheres across the galaxy. Every species that has reached the stars has eventually found one. And every species that has touched one has been judged. The word hung in the air like a sentence. Aaron finally tore his gaze from the sphere to look at Lyra. Judged? By what? How? We don't know. The spheres do not communicate. They do not threaten. They simply wait. The Valeran found this one 11,000 years ago. We have studied it, scanned it, analyzed it from every angle. But we have never touched it. None of the elder races have. Because you're afraid, Aaron said, and immediately regretted the accusation in his tone. But Lyra didn't take offense. Instead, she seemed to sag slightly, as if a great weight pressed upon her. Yes, we are afraid, because we have seen what happens to species that are not. She gestured to a console on the wall, and a holographic display flickered to life. It showed a star system, beautiful and vibrant with multiple inhabited planets. Then in an instant everything changed. The planets darkened, the stars dimmed. And then, nothing. The Kresh, Lyra said quietly. They were a proud species. Warlike, but not evil. They found a Harbinger sphere 4,000 years ago. Their greatest warrior touched it, believing it to be a weapon they could claim. She paused. Within a solar cycle, their entire civilization was gone. Not destroyed, simply gone. As if they had never existed. We only know of them because of records kept by other species. Aaron felt a chill run down his spine. And you think the same would happen to humanity? I don't know, Lyra admitted. That is what terrifies me. Your species is different from any we have encountered. You are chaotic where we are orderly. You are bold where we are cautious. You ask why not, where we ask why. She looked at him intently. But perhaps that is what the spheres are waiting for. Perhaps judgment is not about worthiness, but about readiness. They stood in silence for a long moment, the sphere pulsing between them like a second heartbeat. Finally, Aaron spoke. You didn't have to show me this. No, Lyra agreed. But I am old, Cadet Voss. Old enough to have watched 5 species join the galactic community in my lifetime. And I have learned something. Secrets kept out of fear only breed more fear. If humanity is to truly be our equal, you deserve to know what we know. To make your own choices. Aaron stared at the sphere, feeling its pull. Every instinct screamed at him to reach out, to solve the mystery, to be the one who finally understood. That was the human way. To push boundaries, to seek answers, to damn the consequences. But, as he stood there, his blood running cold with the weight of what Lyra had shared, Aaron realized something else. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't just boldness. It was the wisdom to know when boldness became foolishness. He stepped back from the alcove. Thank you, he said to Lyra, for trusting me with this. The relief on her face was palpable. You have shown more restraint than I expected, Cadet. Aaron managed a shaky smile. Don't worry, I'm still human. I'll spend the rest of my life wondering what would have happened. Good, Lyra said, pressing the panel closed once more. Wonder is what keeps us searching, but patience is what keeps us alive. As they left the observation deck together, Aaron couldn't shake the image of that pulsing sphere from his mind. Somewhere in the galaxy, 6 more waited. And someday, somehow, humanity would have to face them, but not today. Today, Cadet Aaron Voss had learned the most important lesson of all. Sometimes the bravest thing a human can do is walk away.